Article 11, justifying circumstance. First is self-defense. Requisites of self-defense. Unlawful aggression. Reasonable necessity means employed to prevent or repel it. And lack of sufficient provocation on the part of person defending himself. Second is self-defense of relatives. Requisites. Unlawful aggression. Reasonable necessity means of the means employed to prevent or repel it. That the person depending acts in defense of the person or rights of his spouse, descendants, legitimate, natural adopted brother or sisters, relatives by affinity in the same degrees above in the same law, and relatives by consanguinity within the fourth civil degree. Next is defense of strangers. Requisites: unlawful aggression, reasonable means employed to repel it, that the person defending be not induced by revenge, resentment, or other evil motives. Uh, Avoidance of greater evil or injury. Requisites: that the evil sought to be avoided actually exists, that the injury feared by greater than that to the avoid it, and there be I there be no other practical and less harmful means of preventing it. Next is fulfillment of duty or lawful exercise. Requisites: that the offender acts in the proper fulfillment of duty in lawful exercise of the right or office, and that the injury inflicted be necessary in the proper performance of duty in lawful exercise of the right or office. Next is obedience to an order issued for some lawful purpose. Requisites: that a person acts in obedience to an order, that the order was issued by a superior officer, and that the order is for some lawful purpose, and the injury or damage sustained or inflicted is the necessary consequence of an act in obedience to the lawful order. Article 12, um, exempting circumstance. First is an imbecile or an insane person unless the latter has acted during the lucid interval. Next is person under 9 years of age. Third is person over 9 years of age and under 15 unless he acted with discernment. Fourth is any person while performing a lawful act with due care cause an injury by mere accident. Fifth is any person who acts under the compulsion of irresistible force. Sixth is any person who under the impulse of an uncontrollable fear. 7. Person fails to perform an act required by law when prevented by some lawful and separable cause. Article 13, mitigating circumstance. When all the requisites necessary to justify the act or to exempt from criminal liability in the respective cases are not attendant. Second is that the offender is under 18 years of age or over 70 years of age. The offender had no intention to commit so grave a wrong as the committed. Fourth, sufficient provocation or threat on the part of the offended party that the act was committed in the immediate mitigation of a grave offense to the one committing the felony. That the act having acted upon an impulse so powerful as uh, naturally to have produced by passion or obfuscation. That the offender had voluntarily surrendered himself to a person in authority or his agents, or I add that he had voluntarily confessed his guilt before the court prior to the presentation of evidence. 9. The offender is deaf, dumb, and blind, and otherwise suffering from physical defect. That the 9. That the such illnesses of the offender as would diminish the exercise of the willpower of the offender. 10. Any other circumstance of similar nature and analogous to those above mentioned. Article 14. Aggravating circumstance. First, that the advantage be taken by the offender of his public position, and second, that the crime be committed in contempt or with insult to the public authorities. Next is that the act be committed with insult or disregard of respect due to the offended party on the account of his rank, age, or sex, or that it be committed in the dwelling of the offended party. Fourth, that the act be committed with abuse of confidence or obvious ungratefulness. Fifth, that the crime be committed in the palace of the chief executive or in his presence or where the public authorities are engaged in discharge of their duties. 6. That the crime be committed in the nighttime or in uninhabited place. 7. That the crime be committed on the occasion of conflagration, shipwreck, earthquake, epidemic, or other calamity. 8. That the crime be committed with the aid of armed men or persons who ensure or afford impunity. 9. That the accused is a recidivist. 10. That the offender has been previously punished for an offense to which the law attaches an equal or greater penalty. 11. That the crime be committed in consideration of price, reward, or promise. 12. That the crime be committed by means of inundation, fire, poison, explosion, and standing of vessel or intentional damage thereto. 13. That the act be committed with evident premeditation. 14. The craft, fraud, or disguise by a disguise be employed. That the advantage be taken of superior strength or by means employed to weaken the defense. 16. That the act be committed with treachery or alopecia. 17. That the means be employed or circumstance be brought on which about which add ignominy. 18. That the crime be committed after an unlawful entry. 19. That the means to the commission of a crime, a wall, roof, floor, door, or window be broken. 19. That the crime be committed with the aid of persons under 15 years of age by means of motor vehicles, motorists, watercraft, airships, or other similar means. 21. That the wrong done in the commission of the crime be deliberately augmented by causing other wrong not necessary for its commission. Next is Article 15, Alternative Circumstance. These are alternative circumstance. First is relationship, intoxication, and the degree of instruction and education of the offender. First is the alternative circumstance of relationship shall be taken into consideration when the offended party is the spouse, descendants, legitimate, natural, or adopted brother or sister or relative by affinity in the same degrees of the offender. Next is the intoxication of the offender shall be taken into consideration as a mitigating circumstance when the offended has committed a felony in a state of intoxication. But when the intoxication is habitual or intentional, it shall be considered as an aggravating circumstance. Next is the instruction or education does not refer only to literacy, but more to the level of intelligence of the accused. That's all.